Dear Greg, over the past several years, my husband, Mark, has become more and more depressed. At least I think it's depression. He's lost all interest in the sports and hobbies he used to enjoy. He doesn't like to go out with friends anymore, and he isn't interested in sex, which is pretty amazing for him. And he's becoming edgier all the time. Nobody wants to be around him. His sister and one of his brothers take antidepressants, but when I bring the subject up with Mark, he won't hear of it. Says he won't take any bleep pills no matter what. Bit by bit, he's becoming a different person, and I don't know what to do.
Depression is quite common, affecting as many as 10% of adults at any one time. Depression results from an abnormality, a deficiency or imbalance of the molecules called neurotransmitters that send messages within the brain. There are many causes for this dysfunction. Some people are depressed solely because of an inherited abnormality that leads to insufficient quantities of important brain chemicals. Brain chemistry can also be altered by long-term stress, as might result from a chronic lack of real love. Real love and genetics have strong effects on one another. An insufficient supply of real love will worsen inherited depression. On the other hand, genetically determined clinical depression can significantly worsen feelings of being unloved and can make it impossible for people to feel the love they're offered. The signs of clinical depression include the following: depressed mood, loss of interest in things that were once enjoyable, sleep problems, difficulty concentrating, agitation, restlessness, unexplained anger. Your husband certainly exhibits enough of these signs to make a preliminary diagnosis, but for real diagnosis and treatment, he needs to see a physician. It sounds like he is resistant to the idea of getting help, and you may find it useful to understand why. Without sufficient real love, people use whatever form of imitation love they can find to temporarily fill their emptiness. Men commonly choose power, which they get from anger, authority, money, respect, position, their careers, and so on. When we don't have enough real love, we jealously guard every ounce of imitation love we have. And that's what Mark is doing. If he sees a physician about his depression, he believes that he will be admitting something like this: I am the worst kind of weak. I can't even control my own behavior. Or, I have to rely on a pill to make me a whole human being. How pathetic. Or, there is something wrong with me. Or even, I'm not a real man. I'm not exaggerating. These are very difficult admissions for most men and many women to make, because they require giving up any illusion of power. In our next session, we'll talk about how important this understanding is for you in taking your next step with Mark.